Oh, fucking hell, but I fell over then. Very good. Right. Oh, I don't have much room here to record, if I'm honest. So how do you build a life that you want? Well, I'm a big believer in that life is exactly what you make it, which is a good thing and a bad thing in a sense, because if you don't like how things are, it is entirely up to you to change it. You can do whatever it is that you want. However, you have to go and change it. It's not just gonna change for you. That's why it's kind of a good and a bad, because the bad is as bad as you make it, and the good is as good as you make it. So how do you do it? What do you do? Well, I believe that if you want a different life, you need a set of rules, and these are going to be non-negotiable rules for yourself. These can be flexible, and these can be technically whatever it is that you want them to be, but I do think you have to follow something. Otherwise, you're kind of aimlessly, wandering around, not really getting anywhere. The first thing, and probably one of the most important things, is you need to stop outsourcing permission. Basically, just stop asking everyone else, is everything okay all the time? Oh, am I alright to go do this? Am I okay to do that? Oh, I don't know what they're gonna think. Nobody cares. Just go and enjoy your life. If you want to go to place A, go do thing D, and then enjoy food H, do just that. You don't have to ask permission for all of these different things. Just go and enjoy yourself, because your actions don't need to be justified. You don't need to wait for external validation to just go and do something, especially if that something is good for you or can potentially become good for you. Because let's say you wanted to start a business or something. You saw a video of someone doing reselling on Vinted, and you think, do you know what? I've got a absolute shitload of spare stuff I could sell myself. So you just kind of get cracking. But instead, no, you're gonna ask your partner or someone else. It's like, oh, do you think this would be a good idea? Well, are they doing it? Are they making money from it? Have they done it before? If the answer is no to all of these things, then why are you asking them? Why do you need their permission to go and potentially have a cool little side hustle you might end up enjoying? Or it could just pay for a date night or two every month. So stop asking if you can for everything. Just go and try stuff. Obviously, don't be an idiot. If you would just want to pour all your savings onto some sort of gambling thing, probably shouldn't even be asking that in the first place, because it's probably something you just shouldn't do. But as long as you are smart of it, you're reasonable with it, it is something you genuinely want to do and try, just go. Stop asking. You can decide for yourself. And the more times you do that, the more times you do decide for yourself, you'll be surprised just how carefree life actually can be, even if you have a lot going on. Because let's be honest, all of us have shit going on that we need to deal with, sort out, or to pay for. But when we start living life on our own terms, all those daunting things become a little less daunting, because we've got that many more things to actually look forward to. For the second thing, I think it's super important that you build more leverage and not more comfort, because there's a chance you already have comfort. A lot of people do. They may not realize it, but they do. But the more leverage you have, the more things and doors and opportunities open up to you without you even realizing. And by leverage, I mean having skills that actually pay, by having knowledge that can actually help you make better decisions and help you influence people in the right way. It's having discipline to just go and do things when you don't feel like going to do them. All of that is leverage, and there's many more types of leverage. I suppose you could kind of word it in a sense where I'm talking about just being able to contribute in a positive manner, whether that is for your own selfish personal thing or towards everybody else, to the greater good, so to speak, to your family, to a set of friends. Having a good amount of leverage is like self-care, just on another level, because you're combining all these different things that you learn, you improve on, that you put your time and effort into something bigger and greater. So focus on leverage. Dedicate time to learning. Dedicate time to working on yourself, physically and mentally. Dedicate time to learning some sort of skill. And if that skill can pay, well then maybe even better. Might be better for you, might be worse for you, because you might just want to have a skill that you can just enjoy. But for some people, it's good to just invest in a skill that can make them a little bit more money, because although money itself doesn't buy happiness and will not technically give you a better life, I don't know of a single person that's ever complained about having more money. So focus on leverage. Build things that can help you build other things or build upon other people. The third thing is to just cut the weight. And I'm not necessarily meaning your physical weight. I'm talking about things that weigh you down for no reason whatsoever. You don't need to make a big deal out of it. If anything, it's probably better if you don't. That just shows that you're, grown up and mature. But if you want to stop talking or associating yourself with a certain friend or a group of friends, you can. You don't have to explain yourself. If you no longer align with what it is that they do for fun or what it is that they stand for, you don't have to participate in hanging out with them. You don't have to do things with them. I know letting go of friends may not be exactly easy, especially if they are only one or only group you have. But the beautiful thing about the world is that, funnily enough, there are plenty of people out there. It's just a matter of, are you willing to go and approach other people? Are you willing to go to other events, gigs, whatever it is, places where you can meet new friends that you can actually align with, you can actually have a conversation with, instead of kind of thinking, should I really be here? Do I really? Not just, if you don't feel excited or fun or having a laugh with those people, why would you want to hang around with them? There's not really much point, is there? Or even worse, hanging around with people or a person that only wants you there when you're useful to them. Those type of people, just honest, I don't even know why I need a reason to cut them off, because when's the last time they did something for you? My guess is that it's probably never. If maybe a while ago, maybe, but my guess is that probably never. The idea is that you're not doing this to to be a dick and just out of spite. You're doing this for yourself, because we only have a finite amount of time on this planet, and whether we like it or not, that time is going to end. So why would we invest that time into people or things or events we don't actually want to invest into? Personally, I would much rather go off and do something on my own than go hang around with a group of people that just drain the life out of me. And this is not to be judgmental or anything, but I know for a fact there are certain people you click with and certain type of people you can't stand, or at the very least, you can't really get on with. I think that applies to everybody. The fourth thing, a bit more of a motivational one, I suppose, but it's just to act before you're ready. Because we're never actually going to be ready, are we? I can't remember how the quote goes, but something along the lines of, feeling ready is a choice. Because it is. I know for a fact that majority of the things that I've done, I am working on, or I am planning to work on, I'm probably not ready for them yet. But that's fine, because I'm gonna get better as I go along, as I do it. The more repetitions I put in, the better I get. Just like with anything else. Was you ready to get into the car on your first driving lesson? Probably not. There's a chance you didn't really get very far either, did you? Maybe a second lesson, third lesson, fourth lesson. You still wasn't particularly ready to be in that car. But eventually things click. The longer you do it, the more confident you become, the easier it becomes. And now you just kind of get in your car without really thinking about it and you just drive. I think the same thing applies for different skills, trying new businesses, putting yourself out there, playing a sport, whatever. The more repetitions you put in, the easier it gets. And you'll never feel ready for things. It's just a matter of, in the moment you choose to go for it. That's not being ready, that's you just choosing to finally take that step forward. For example, like, approaching a girl. You're not actually ready because there's a chance that you're probably still pretty nervous, but you go and do it anyway. You just kind of take a leap. Join a new sports team. You're probably not ready. When you're there, you're probably a little nervous. You don't really know anybody, but you just go and do it. And the more times you do it, the more confident you become and the easier it gets. Because being ready is just a lie told by your brain to buy it more time. The idea is that if you want a life that you want, you're gonna have to do the uncomfortable things. You're gonna have to do things you don't particularly want to do or aren't a big fan of. And I suppose the easiest way to concise the entire thing is do things for yourself, drink enough water, sleep enough, and work on yourself for 1,000 days, and that is it. That's the magic pill. And I can guarantee you that after 1,000 days of doing these things, your life is going to drastically change. It is going to be completely different than what it is now. And I suppose that could potentially be your start, or maybe well into the type of life that you actually want. It's just a matter of actually starting and getting to it. Because if you just keep indulging or keep escaping, well, nothing's ever going to change now, is it? So just look, genuinely look at the things that are holding you back or don't make you feel very great, and see what you can do about either removing them or changing them. Get out there and get it done.